Okay, everyone, we're having a look today at Minuet in C by Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Now, I tried earlier to make a kind of like a little tutorial video on this, and it ended up way too long. So I think maybe it's easier just to give a few thoughts on how to learn this piece. And then I will put later in the video two play-along soundtracks with the metronome, one at roughly a third of the speed and the other one at half the speed. So you can practice playing with the metronome and getting the timings and the coordination and the dynamics correct. Now, when you first start learning this piece, it's really important to do hands apart and to really pay attention to the fingering that's marked on the music. Try not to do any funny fingerings. We're mostly staying in the 5-finger position, but it's constantly moving around on us. Like that. And then look, you have a new 5-finger position on D here. And then a new 5-finger position. Well, you stay on D, but you start on E, first finger, but then you switch your second finger, the E. But after that, we're in a D 5-finger position. So switching to a new position here. See, that's an A minor 5-finger position. Right? The only exceptions to that in the right hand are coming up on the second part. So we have a 5-finger position here. Switching positions here. Now here in measure 11, we have to reach a 6th. Switching our fingers, right? And then we have a new 5-finger position here of an A minor. And then here, this is measure 14. There's another interval of a 6th, this time going down. And then basically a scale going down, starting on our 5-finger D minor position. Crossing to 3. Like that. Okay, so that's just a very quick overview of the right hand. Now the left hand, also really important, we always stay in the 5-finger position unless, as in measure 4, you'll see, there's the position of an octave. So there's only 2 positions in the left hand, okay? We have a 5-finger position that moves around, and sometimes you have these octave positions, and I will try to play really quickly the left hand and just help you go through it. So we're going to start on 3rd finger E. Here's the 5-finger position. And you're going to move directly up here to an F position. 5-finger. And then in bar 4, we have our first octave position. So just stretch your hand out that octave so we're playing those 2 C's. And then you're going to go up here, 2nd finger, staying on your 5-finger position. Sorry. And then an octave position in measure 7, and another octave position in measure 8. You notice my hand just stretches immediately out to the octave when I see it in octave. Okay? Alright, going on, second part, 5-finger position. And you can stay here for 3 bars. And here's our first octave position in the second part. And then up here on the F's, 5-finger position. The last bar, we're going to stretch out the octave and another octave. Okay? And that's basically the gist of it. So just really practice your fingerings and knowing where you're going with each hand before you try to put it together. And then just play it really slowly, okay? Trying to keep really faithful to your fingerings and the changes of positions. There's many of them in this piece, so it can be quite challenging. Okay, a little note on playing with the soundtracks, the play-along click tracks, okay? The first one will be very slow, all right? So when you feel comfortable playing hands together, try and play along with myself and the metronome to help you with the timings, okay? And your goal on this, on the very slow version, is just to get your positions correct, get the fingerings correct, and get the timings correct, okay? Don't go on to the medium speed soundtrack until you're really good at those, doing that, okay? Now the medium speed soundtrack, try and add dynamics. Keeping all what we learned at the slow speed soundtrack with us, all right? But we're gonna add the dynamics. Notice that there's a piano and a forte in there. And actually, I recommend putting maybe a mezzo piano in on measure 3 and a mezzo piano in on measure 11, because it just gives the phrase a little bit more direction going toward that forte. Okay? All right, well, good luck on everything, and have fun learning this piece. For this very slow play along, pay attention to your fingers and positions, and also any articulations that you see. For example, slurs. Okay, so try to make all those slurs happen. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3, and. Okay, for this medium speed play along, let's try to add some dynamics. All right, so what I suggest is we're starting on a piano in measure 1. In measure 3, try to play a little bit more for the phrasing. Measure 5, we're going to play our forte. All right, you don't have to be super forte, but it's got to be louder than what was before. And we'll do something very, very similar on the second part of this piece. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, piano. More here. More here. Piano. More here. Forte. That's it for this video. If you found this video helpful, please consider clicking on that like button and subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching.